My name is Kellin, and I think I'm a professional what-ifer. You know that feeling when you get stuck? Like really stuck? Not just in traffic, but in your own life? That's me. Every single day. I'm 35 years old, and I'm pretty sure I'm paralyzed. By day, I'm a data entry guy. It's exactly as thrilling as it sounds. I sit in a cubicle that smells like stale coffee and old carpet, and I type numbers from one spreadsheet into another. The lights buzz. My boss, Ahsoka, clips his nails at his desk. I can hear it. Click, click, click. It's the sound of my life ticking away. It's a slow, quiet death. But my apartment is full of potential. That's what I call it. My friends call it a mess. There's my guitar, Brenda, leaning against a stack of amps I bought for a big gig that never quite happened. What if I'd taken that gig? Would I be on tour? Or would I have bombed and sold Brenda for rent? I don't know. So she just sits. There are notebooks, dozens of them, filled with half-written songs. I mean, hundreds of songs that are almost amazing. I just never know which one to finish first. What if I pick the wrong one? What if the chorus for song A is good, but the bridge for song B is the one that would have made me famous? To finish one, it feels like killing all the other versions it could have been. My goal every single day is to try and figure out the right move. The one choice that finally kicks my life onto the right track. I spend more time mapping out possible futures than actually living in the present. Right now, I've got 2 email drafts open on my work computer. One is my resignation letter. Dear Ahsoka, I quit. The other is asking for a tiny, pathetic raise. Dear Ahsoka, I'm wondering if there's any room in the budget. I've been staring at him for an hour. What if I quit and end up broke? What if I don't quit and I'm still here in 20 years listening to Ahsoka's grandson clip his nails? This isn't just a quirk. It's not just me being flaky like my last girlfriend, Talia, said right before she left. It all comes back to one moment. God, it was almost 15 years ago. My old buddy Desmond was starting a band. You might have heard of him, the Starlight Echo. Yeah, that band. He called me. I was 20. I still remember I was eating cold pizza for breakfast. The cheese was all stiff. He said, Kellin, you're the best guitarist I know. We're loading the van. This is it. We're driving to LA. Are you in or are you out? And I just froze. I stood there in my crappy little apartment, phone to my ear. I could hear them laughing in the background, the sound of the van door sliding open. I had a job interview the next day, a safe office job. What if the band failed? What if we ended up broke, sleeping in a van for nothing? What if I went and it ruined my chance at a real career? I told him I needed to think about it, just for a day. He said, a day is too long, man, and he hung up. They found someone else that afternoon. Their first album went platinum. I see Desmond on TV sometimes. I hear their songs in this stupid office, piped in through the ceiling. And I just know, I chose wrong. That's the thing that haunts me. It's not just the missed chance, it's the knowing. It's this crawling, awful feeling that my entire life, everything I am now, was sealed in that 1 second. It's the terror that my free will is a joke, that I'm just a rat in a maze, and I can see all the other paths where I'm happy and successful, but I'm stuck. And this one is a dead end. I'd give anything, literally anything, for a do-over. Or just to know for once which damn door leads somewhere good. And that's why, when I found that weird, dusty antique shop last week, and the old man inside offered me a look, a chance to finally see, God help me, I said yes. The shop was one of those places you've walked past 1,000 times, but never really seen. It was squeezed between a check cashing place and a boarded up Taco Bell, smelling like dust and old books and something else, something like old metal. The old man behind the counter didn't even look up when I came in. The bell above the door didn't even jingle. He was just polishing a pair of old-fashioned spectacles. I was just wandering, looking at old maps and weird brass tools, trying to kill my lunch break. I didn't mean to say it out loud. I'd give anything to know, I mumbled, half to myself, staring at an old compass that didn't point north. He looked up. His eyes were weird, not a color I could name, like oil on water, just shifting. Anything is a high price, Kellin, he said. My name. He said my name. I hadn't told him. I should have run, I know that. Any normal person would have been out the door. But you know me, I just froze. How did you? He just smiled, a little crack in his dusty face. He pointed a long, yellowed finger at an object on the counter. It was sitting on a velvet cloth, but the cloth was so old it was stiff. It wasn't a mirror, and it wasn't a crystal. It was both. A dark, jagged piece of what looked like obsidian, but when you moved your head, you could see whole worlds swirling inside it. Light, so much light, trapped in this black, sharp rock. Everyone wants to see, he whispered. His voice was like dry leaves. They think it'll free them. They think it's a map, but they only want to see the good parts. He pushed it towards me. Are you brave enough to see all of it? My hand was shaking. This was insane. I was in a weird shop with a weird old man. What if this was some kind of scam? What if he was just a crazy person? But what if he wasn't? What if this was it? The one chance, the answer, the need. That awful grinding need to know. It was stronger than my fear. It was stronger than anything. I touched it. It wasn't a vision. It was an explosion. My mind was ripped open. I wasn't in the shop. I was everywhere. I was on stage at Wembley, a white guitar in my hands, the crowd screaming my name. I was marrying Talia, my old college girlfriend, and holding our daughter, her face all red and new. I was a 60-year-old high school music teacher, a little bald, a little fat, but happy, really, truly happy and content. I was a bitter old man, dying alone in the same apartment I live in now, my notebooks unread. I was a CEO in a suit I didn't recognize. I was a beggar on a street corner. I was happy, I was miserable, I was alive, I was dead. I saw 1,000, 1,000,000 lives, all branching off from every tiny choice I ever made. The life where I said yes to Desmond, the life where I finished Song A, the life where I had eggs for breakfast instead of cold pizza that day. They were all there, all real, all happening at once. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, and it was pure, absolute agony. It was the feeling of every what if I'd ever had, confirmed. I had missed out. I'd missed out on everything. I don't remember screaming. I just remember being on the pavement outside, my lungs aching, my knuckles bloody from where I'd slammed the ground. The shop was gone. Or maybe I just crawled away. I threw up in the gutter, shaking so hard I couldn't stand. I woke up in my own bed. I must have stumbled home on autopilot. My head felt like it was full of broken glass. A dream, I told myself. It had to be. A nightmare brought on by Ahsoka clipping his nails and the smell of my own failure. But one vision, it wouldn't let go. It was so simple, so clear. It was a future where I went to an open mic night at the Crow's Nest, a bar I never go to. It was tonight. I got on stage and I played song B, that one with the really good bridge. And in the vision, a woman with short silver hair bought me a drink after. She was a producer. She didn't promise me fame, just a meeting. But it was a start. It was a door opening. All day, I couldn't shake it. It felt different from my usual what-ifs. It felt like a memory. That night, I found myself standing outside the Crow's Nest. My guitar case felt like it was full of bricks. Brenda, I hadn't taken her out of the apartment in maybe a year? This is stupid, Kellin, I told myself. My voice sounded thin in the cold air. You're chasing a hallucination. You're gonna go in there, make a fool of yourself, and go home. But what if I don't? That was the new feeling. The vision was so clear. The silver hair, the drink, the meeting. It was the first time in my life I felt like I knew the right answer. I had the cheat codes. I went in. The bar smelled like stale beer and just sadness. A guy on stage was murdering a cover of a popular song. It was awful. I almost left right then. What if the vision was just a metaphor? But I went to the bar. I ordered a water and I waited. And then she walked in. It was her. Short, silver hair, sharp suit. She looked completely out of place, but there she was. She sat at the far end of the bar, ordered a whiskey, and started scrolling through her phone, looking bored. My heart hammered against my ribs. It was real. It was all real. I could finally choose right. I signed up. The guy with the clipboard, who looked like he hadn't slept since 1998, just grunted and wrote my name down. "You're after Sad-Eyed Jim," he said. I waited 2 agonizing hours. Sad-Eyed Jim played 3 songs about his ex-wife. They were very sad. Finally, my name was called. I got on stage. The light was hot. I could feel my hands slick with sweat. I looked at the woman. She was watching. Just watching me over the rim of her glass. I took a breath. I tried to make a joke. This one's called Song B for now. Still workshopping the title. Nobody laughed. I started to play. And the first verse, it was good. My voice wasn't shaking. My fingers hit the right frets. I could feel the little crowd, not cheering, but listening. I was connecting. I risked another look at the woman. She had put her phone down. She was listening. This was it. This was the moment. My whole life was about to pivot. I could feel it. The job, the regret, Desmond, all of it. It was all about to change. I hit the downbeat for the bridge, the good part, the part from the vision. And it all went to hell. The second I hit the first chord, my high E string didn't just snap. It unwound with a sound like a gunshot, a whiplash sound. It lashed back and cut my hand right across the knuckles. I yelped, a stupid high-pitched sound. And at the exact same moment, the microphone let out a feedback screech. It wasn't just loud, it sounded angry. It was a shriek that made people drop their glasses. My amp, my good old amp, popped hissed, and a little puff of acrid smoke came out. Dead. The bar went silent. Total, complete, deafening silence. The silver-haired woman winced. She looked at me, not with anger, but with pity. That was worse. She shook her head, grabbed her phone, and walked right out the door. I just stood there, bleeding on my guitar, in total, humiliating silence. As I was packing up my broken gear, the sound guy just shaking his head in my smoking amp, I heard it, a tiny, brittle sound, like wind chimes made of ice. And right behind it, so quiet I thought I was imagining it, was a chuckle. It was low and dry, and it sounded so amused. I didn't even say goodbye. I just ran. I ran home. I didn't stop until I was locked in my bathroom, splashing cold water on my face, my heart trying to beat its way out of my chest. My hand was stinging. Bad luck. It was just horrible, cosmic level bad luck. That's all. It had to be. It was just a coincidence. I looked up into the mirror, my face dripping, and I wasn't alone. My reflection stared back at me, but its eyes, they were the color of oil on water. For a split second, my face wasn't my face. It was a swirling, shifting kaleidoscope of light and sharp edges. It looked pleased. Then I felt a lurch inside my head. It was a physical feeling, like hitting an air pocket on a plane. The memory of the open mic, the woman, the feeling of hope I'd had. It suddenly felt dull, faded. I tried to picture the producer's face, and I couldn't. It was just a blur. The vision of that future, which had been so bright and clear, was now just gone, like a photo left out in the sun. It was just a what if. My reflection smiled, but it wasn't my smile. It was made of 1,000 fractured, broken pieces of me. And I heard the whisper. It wasn't in my ears. It was in my bones. One down. It's been a month, or maybe a year. Time doesn't really work the same way anymore. My apartment is gray. I don't mean I need to paint. I mean the color has drained out of it. The world has been getting quieter, flatter. Every time I tried to make a choice, every time I tried to grab one of those other, better lives I'd seen, I'd feel that awful internal lurch. I tried to call Talia, my old girlfriend, the one I married in that other life, just to hear her voice. The line was dead. When I tried again, my phone just wouldn't turn on. The screen was black, dead. The future where we reconnected snapped. I sat down to finish song A, the one about the rain. My fingers cramped up so badly I couldn't hold a pick. It was like arthritis, but instant. The vision I had of playing it in a small, warm coffee shop, it went cold, snapped. I've been sitting on my sofa for 3 days. I'm too afraid to move, because every time I try to do something, I give it something to take. I'm not a what-ifer anymore. I'm a what's lefter. And now, it's here. It's not in the mirror. It's in the room with me. It's standing by my window, where my guitar Brenda used to be. The guitar is gone. I don't know where. Its form is clearer now. It's tall and sharp, made of 1,000 pieces of shattered dark glass. And in every single shard, I can see my own face staring back in total, hopeless despair. It's beautiful, and it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. The pruner of possibilities. That's what it is. It doesn't speak. It just shows me. Inside my head, there are only two left. The first one is dim. It's me. I'm old, maybe 70. I'm in this same apartment, only it's dirtier. I'm eating soup from a can, alone. The TV is on, playing some game show. It's gray. It's lonely. It's sad. But I'm alive. I'm old. The second one is fast. Just a flash. Headlights, bright, blinding. The sound of a horn and twisted metal. The smell of gasoline and rain. Pain. Then nothing. The pruner cocks its head. The sound of shifting glass, like 1,000 tiny knives rubbing together. It's asking me, choose. My whole life I couldn't choose, and now I have to. I know exactly what I want. The soup, I whisper. My voice is cracked and dry. The soup. I'll take the soup. I'll be alone. I don't care. Just that one. Please. I'm begging, crying. I'm clinging to that tiny, sad, gray future with everything I have. And the thing in my living room, it smiles. The chuckle isn't in my head this time. It's in the room. It's that same dry, amused, cold sound. It's the sound of ultimate victory. It raises a hand made of fractured reflections, and in my mind's eye, the image of me is an old man, the man with the canned souk. It cracks. It splinters down the middle like a sheet of ice, and then it just dissolves. Snipped. I'm empty. There's nothing left. No what-ifs. No other paths. Just one. Just the headlights. No, I whisper. No, I won't. I'll stay here. I won't go out. I'll just sit right here until I starve. You can't make me go. I'm sitting on my sofa, panicked. I'm going to beat it. I'm just gonna sit here. This is my choice. My last choice. I won't go near a car. I've won. I'm hiding in the one place it can't reach me. Then I smell it. Smoke. It's not in my head. It's real. It's faint. Just the whiff of plastic? Burning plastic? I look out my window. Nothing. I run to my apartment door, my bare feet slapping the floor. I crack it open. The hallway is a black, churning cloud. The smoke is so thick it's like a physical wall. It stings my eyes. It's not a drill. The fire is in the building. It's coming from the apartment below me. My smoke alarm lets out a single deafening screech. I'm trapped. I can stay here and burn. But I know I don't burn. That's not how it ends. The realization hits me like a ton of bricks. The fire isn't here to kill me. It's here to move me. It's here to make me choose the only option I have left. I have no choice. I've never had a choice. I grab my keys. I don't even put on shoes. I plunge into the black smoke, choking, my eyes streaming. I can't see. I just feel the wall. I hit the stairs, falling, tumbling down 3 flights, my shoulders slamming into the railing. I burst through the front lobby doors and out onto the street. The air is cold. It's raining. I'm on the sidewalk, doubled over, coughing black soot onto the pavement. I'm alive. I'm out. For half a second, I feel relief. I beat the fire. I look up. A man, his face black with soot. Panicked, runs from the burning building right into the street, not looking. A fire truck, coming way too fast, blares its horn and swerves to avoid him. It swerves right towards me. I'm frozen, just like I always am. I see the headlights, bright, blinding. I smell the diesel and the rain. I have just enough time to think, this is it. My God, this is it. By running from the death that was never mine, I ran right into the one that was. My entire life, I was so terrified of making the wrong choice. The final joke, the last horrible, perfect punchline, is that it never mattered. There was only ever one path, and every single thing I did, every panicked hesitation, every desperate attempt to finally choose right, was just another step leading me right here. I don't even scream. The last sound I hear isn't the horn. It's a faint, cold, crystal-like chuckle echoing in the air as my last and only future finally snaps shut.
Thank you so much for watching or listening. The things that go bump in the night are hungry for attention. By liking and subscribing, you're telling me you want more. You're helping me bring even more chilling tales and terrifying content to life.